Hi, my name is Sally Wood for Be Inspired, and today I'm going to be showing you one way of fixing channeled cushions. My animals are really interested because the lady who these belong to, her dogs are allowed to lie on them, or have been allowed to lie on them, and that's why they've shrunk down. So while fixing this, I've got to sort that problem out too, so that they can't do that. Let's see what we can do. So I'm removing these out of here. They're really not that bad. It's just the way this channels that's caused the problem. Now with this, I'm going to line the back up to the end of the foam and just ease all of this forward. It does fit top and bottom, it's just getting caught on it, that's why it's not doing what it should do. I'm going to peel this back because this is shaped, and I'm going to trace out the shaping. And I'm going to try to make it as even as possible, but I put a mark and then smooth it round into shape. And then you'll notice that this front end is usually shaped and it comes out and around. So again, carefully draw up and around, and then the top here is also shaped around, so I'm going to take it to the back here and around. I've got my shape here and I've got my electric knife. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that there and as smoothly as you can cut round the shape. There's a little bit of a change at the back, but once that's all got the dacron round, it won't show. You might actually find it easier to lean the foam on a table and then just cut down. The trick here is to keep the blade vertical, and when you come round here it gets very awkward to cut into shape, so just go as far as you can. And you can, if you want, just go down like this. Once the dacron's on there, that'll smooth that out. I use the one that you've just cut out as a template and draw the shape onto the softer foam. I've got medium density foam is the pink, and the super hard and the super soft are the whites. I can use a pair of scissors to cut around this. It makes life quite easy if you can use scissors to cut around. I have two pieces of the super soft, so I'll draw around and cut that out in a second. This doesn't have to be perfect, just close to. Just remember to use the firmer foam as the template, as this stretches. So if I use this as the template for the second, it might be misshapen. And cut the second side out. Then to sandwich it together, glue the outside layers on, glue both sides together, let that set up. I'm going to measure from just over halfway down on that side all the way across to halfway down the other, so that's about 46 inches. So that's 25, 225 is 50, so if I say 55 inches of dacron by 46, I'll do. Smooth the dacron over and make sure it goes over both ends. The top of the back cushion is where it goes on smooth, so I'm going to just flip it over like that so it's smooth on there. Having done that, I'm just going to cut along here about halfway along the bottom, just all the way across. Doesn't have to be perfect, just as straight as you can. I'm going to go all the way to the end. This will come in useful somewhere else and for another project. Don't ever throw it away if you can help it. Like I've shown you before, I'm going to cut straight in to that top corner and bottom. Fold that over, fold that down, and fold that up. And I make them a little bit tight, not too tight. And then with upholstery thread, I've got quite a long length here, I catch it at the bottom of the fold. I don't go all the way along. I used to, but time is money and that doesn't have to be done. And I'm going to just catch along here. I will do that again. And then just catch it along until you get to the top. Is literally just hold everything in place, and when you get to the top, just do one more there, and then keeping that all folded into position. So just keep that up, and then you just overstitch. So long as you catch the top here and the bottom there all the way along, that's all you need to do. And I do like 4 or 5 stitches, and then I pull it tight and make sure it is tight. Refold everything into position and do the next little set. This is a little bit time consuming, but well worth it. I think if the dog can break these, he is 1, boisterous dog. I think he actually sleeps on them, so hopefully this is too firm for him to be able to do that. So work your way down to the end. Now I've overstitched slightly, so I'm just going to clip in there and at the bottom again. Fold that under, fold that down, fold that up, and carry on going to the other end. I've come to the shaped end here, and I'm just going to cut midway round like that, and then the same here. You can usually guesstimate, and again cut into the corner, top and bottom. Fold that under, that down and on here. This is quite a gentle curve, so this will actually all fold in. If it's a sharp one, you need to cut and then add more in behind it, but this will be fine. Now as I go along under here, I actually push it into the corner, which has actually pulled this round so it's not actually flat. It just makes it easier, and if you keep it pushed in like this, the stitches will go in such a way that it won't push on the bottom of the curved cushion that goes over it. Pull it and it pulls forward, then you're going to have trouble. And as I get to the front end of this curve, I'll make some adjustments. When I come around the corner, I'm actually going to snip some of this off so it goes in smoothly, and the same on the other side. And you should be able to pull that in and do it in one sweep, not have to put any bulk in from folding it. It should just go in. Before you get there, cut in at an angle like that to the top, and the same at the bottom. Fold that down and then just fold it across like that, both sides. It won't show up, and then continue sewing that in until it goes in nice and smooth. If you want to reduce some of the bulk, you can easily take a bit off like that, and the same on the other side. It's gone in quite nicely there. I'm just going to finish that up at the top. Now I've just gone up here and across the top. Always pinch that down, because when you're putting it into the cover, it might roll and then you've got a problem. Always put the T part in first. Makes life a lot easier, although this is not going to be easy because of the way this is against here. It's going to take a little bit of pushing and shoving to get this in, and then work along the top to the back end. It's easier to get it in the back if you kind of fold it. Once it's in like that, tip it over, fold it the other way. That will come in, just needs to be worked on quite a bit actually. You fold this over the other way, it releases it so you can get that corner in straight, and then it's just a case of pulling it down and over. Now that has this here, so I'm going to make sure that's pushed right in like that before I pull that down. And I'm just going to work all of this in so it looks smooth. Once you've got it so far, just push it down and then zip. Make sure that this fuzzy stuff doesn't get in the zip, otherwise you stop the zip from working. It might mean you have to do some and then pull the fabric top and bottom back into place, and then start again. Thank you for joining me today on this little project. It's not difficult. The thing the customer has to understand is that the outside cover has kind of stretched to the original shape, so there might be some imperfections. I think on the whole it went in quite well. With a bit of luck, her dog won't be able to lie on the top and crunch it down anymore and ruin them. Hopefully the lady will understand that it's going to feel a lot different to the original cushions because it's got the foam in for structure. She's just going to have to provide scatter cushions for the dog to lie on instead of the top of these cushions. Please, if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe and then the bell button. A few thumbs up would be really nice, then I can see how well I'm doing. And in the meantime, take care. See you later. Ciao.